Have you ever noticed how some mornings you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go, only for that energy to slowly drain away before lunch, leaving you sluggish and reaching for another cup of coffee? Perhaps you followed what you thought was a healthy breakfast routine for years, a bowl of cereal or a glass of juice, only to find yourself dealing with nagging issues like brain fog, digestive troubles, or just a general lack of zip throughout the day. It's a painful reality many of us face, believing we're doing our best, yet not quite hitting that stride of consistent vitality we crave in our golden years. The secret, my dear friends, isn't always about what you add to your diet, but sometimes it's about what you need to take away, or simply adjust, from your very first meal. What if I told you that some of the breakfast choices many of us have grown up with, and even consider quite harmless, might actually be quietly working against our energy levels, our memory, our digestion, and even our long-term health? It's true. It's not about grand sweeping changes, but understanding a few subtle shifts that can make all the difference. In this video, we're going to uncover the 6 most common breakfast mistakes seniors often make without even realizing it. More importantly, we'll dive into simple, delicious alternatives that will help you reclaim your morning energy, support sharper thinking, improve digestion, and truly fuel your vibrant life. So settle in, grab a warm drink, ideally unsweetened, and let's explore how to make your mornings work for you, not against you. And make sure to watch to the very end, because I have something that will truly surprise you, something that can change your approach to breakfast forever. Let's dive right into the first common breakfast pitfall. And this one often sneaks up on us because it's marketed as quick, easy, and even healthy. I'm talking about those sugary cereals and processed pastries. We've all seen them. Haven't we? Colorful boxes promising whole grains, or rows of inviting muffins and croissants at the bakery. It's so tempting, especially when mornings are busy, or you're just craving something sweet and comforting. But here's the truth. Most of these options are loaded with refined sugars and highly processed carbohydrates. Think about it. That sweet, crunchy cereal might give you a quick burst of energy, but it's like throwing kindling onto a fire. It burns bright for a moment, then fizzles out, leaving you feeling hungrier sooner and crashing harder. Your blood sugar spikes, then plummets, taking your energy and focus right along with it. Instead of starting your day on that roller coaster, let's talk about building a breakfast that offers a steady, sustained release of energy. A wonderful alternative to sugary cereals is a hearty bowl of steel-cut or rolled oats, not the instant, flavored packets, mind you, but the plain variety that you can then make your own. Imagine a warm, comforting bowl, slowly cooked, releasing its goodness over time. You can add a handful of fresh berries for natural sweetness and a boost of antioxidants, a sprinkle of nuts or seeds for healthy fats, and a bit of protein. Maybe even a dash of cinnamon for flavor and blood sugar benefits. This kind of oat starts your day with complex carbohydrates that break down slowly, providing lasting energy without the dreaded sugar crash. It keeps you feeling full and satisfied, preventing those mid-morning cravings that often lead to unhealthy snacking. And for those who love their toast, let's rethink that white bread with jam. White bread, just like many sugary cereals, is a refined carbohydrate that quickly turns to sugar in your body. Instead, choose a good quality whole grain bread, one that you can actually see the grains in. Then, instead of sugary jam, spread it with a thin layer of natural almond or peanut butter for healthy fats and protein, or even mashed avocado for a creamy, nutritious boost. These are simple swaps, but they fundamentally change how your body processes that first meal, moving you from a quick energy spike to a steady, lasting fuel source. Now, moving on to our second common mistake, and this one is often born out of convenience, a busy schedule, or perhaps a mistaken belief that it's helping with weight management skipping breakfast entirely. You might think, I'm just not hungry in the morning, or I'll save those calories for later. But for seniors Skipping breakfast can have several unintended consequences. Your body has been in a fasting state all night, and it needs fuel to kickstart your metabolism, to power your brain, and to give you the energy you need for the day ahead. When you skip breakfast, your body often goes into a kind of starvation mode, which can actually slow down your metabolism. This isn't what we want. Beyond that, skipping breakfast often leads to overeating later in the day. You become so ravenous by lunchtime that you might make less healthy choices, or simply eat larger portions than you normally would. This can lead to blood sugar imbalances, energy dips, and it certainly doesn't support a feeling of steady vitality throughout your day. Imagine trying to drive your car on an empty fuel tank. It just won't get you where you need to go efficiently. Your body is the same. The solution here isn't necessarily a massive, heavy breakfast if you truly aren't feeling up to it right away. It's about consistency and providing your body with some fuel. Even a small, protein-rich snack can make a significant difference. Think about having a hard-boiled egg or two, which you can prepare ahead of time, or a small handful of unsalted almonds or walnuts. A Greek yogurt cup, plain and unsweetened, is another excellent option. The key is to break that overnight fast with something nutritious that signals to your body that it's time to get going, to rev up your metabolism, and to stabilize your blood sugar. You'll find that even a modest but nutrient-dense breakfast can prevent that mid-morning slump and help you maintain a more consistent energy level throughout your day. It's about gently waking up your system and giving it the tools it needs to thrive. And that brings us beautifully to our next crucial point about breakfast. Moving on from those, let's talk about another common trap many of us fall into: not getting enough protein at breakfast. You might be having that toast or cereal, or even just a piece of fruit, which are fine in their place. But are they giving your body what it truly needs to thrive? Especially as we age for seniors. Adequate protein intake is absolutely vital. Our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle mass as we get older, a process known as sarcopenia. Protein is the building block for muscles, and getting enough of it, particularly at breakfast, helps to counteract this loss, keeping us stronger, more mobile, and more capable of enjoying our daily activities. Beyond muscle support, protein is incredibly satiating. It keeps you feeling full for longer, helping to manage your weight and prevent those sneaky cravings that can derail healthy eating. It also helps stabilize blood sugar, preventing those spikes and crashes we talked about earlier, leading to more consistent energy and focus throughout your morning. So, what does a protein-rich breakfast look like? It's not just about eggs, though eggs are certainly a fantastic option. 2 large eggs provide about 12 grams of high-quality protein, along with essential vitamins and minerals. You can scramble them, poach them, boil them, or even make a quick omelet packed with leftover veggies, if eggs aren't your thing. Or you want to vary it. Consider plain Greek yogurt. A single serving can contain 15 to 20 grams of protein. Make sure it's plain and unsweetened. Then you can add your own fresh fruit, a sprinkle of nuts, or a dash of cinnamon. Cottage cheese is another excellent, often overlooked, source of protein, and it's very versatile. Even adding a scoop of unflavored protein powder to a smoothie with fruit and leafy greens can be a great way to boost your protein intake without feeling like you're eating a heavy meal. The goal is to aim for at least 20-30 grams of protein at your first meal. Think of it as laying a strong foundation for your entire day. Now, let's address another common breakfast item that might be doing more harm than good processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham. Oh, the aroma of sizzling bacon is certainly tempting. Isn't it? Many of us grew up with these as breakfast staples, and they're undeniably delicious. However, these processed meats are typically high in sodium, unhealthy saturated fats, and often contain nitrates and nitrites, which have been linked to inflammation and other health concerns over time. While an occasional treat won't derail your health, making them a daily or even regular part of your breakfast can contribute to issues like high blood pressure and increased risk of certain chronic conditions. So, how do you get that savory satisfaction without the downsides instead of relying on processed meats? Consider healthier protein sources. Smoked salmon, for example, is not only delicious, but also packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are fantastic for heart health and brain function. You could have it on whole grain toast with some mashed avocado if you truly crave that breakfast meat flavor. Look for leaner, lower sodium options like turkey bacon, and enjoy them in moderation rather than daily. Or explore plant-based alternatives that are becoming increasingly available, but always check their ingredient labels to ensure they're not loaded with unhealthy fillers or excessive sodium. The key is to shift from processed meats to whole, minimally processed protein sources that nourish your body without the hidden downsides. Our fifth mistake ties in closely with what we often miss when we reach for refined grains and sugary drinks not getting enough fiber. Fiber is truly a superstar nutrient, especially for seniors. Yet it's often drastically underrepresented in our breakfast choices. Why is fiber so important? Well, for starters, it's essential for a healthy digestive system. It helps prevent constipation, which can become a more common issue as we age. Beyond digestion, fiber plays a crucial role in managing blood sugar levels, helping to slow the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, which prevents those sharp spikes and crashes. It also helps lower cholesterol, supports heart health, and feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut, which in turn supports your immune system and even your mood. So, how do we load up on this fantastic nutrient at breakfast? It's easier than you think. Remember those steel-cut oats we talked about? They're an excellent source of soluble fiber. Adding berries like blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries to your oats, yogurt, or smoothies instantly boosts your fiber intake, along with a host of antioxidants. Apples and bananas are also great fibrous fruits to pair with your breakfast. Don't be afraid to add seeds. Chia seeds and flax seeds are tiny powerhouses of fiber and omega-3s. You can sprinkle them into yogurt, oats, or blend them into smoothies. Even a handful of leafy greens like spinach in a smoothie can add a surprising amount of fiber without altering the taste much. Making fiber a priority at breakfast means starting your day with sustained energy, improved digestion, and a host of long-term health benefits. And finally, our sixth and often most insidious breakfast mistake: drinking sugary beverages. This might seem obvious, but it's incredibly common, and the sugars are often hidden. I'm talking about that seemingly innocent glass of orange juice, your sweetened coffee or tea, or even a sugary fruit smoothie bought from a cafe. While fruit juice contains some vitamins, it lacks the fiber of whole fruit, meaning its natural sugars hit your bloodstream much faster. Similar to a sugary soda, a glass of orange juice can have as much sugar as a can of fizzy drink, and those elaborate coffee shop concoctions, they can be loaded with syrups, whipped cream, and extra sugars that turn your morning brew into a dessert. These liquid calories don't provide satiety, meaning they don't make you feel full, but they certainly contribute to blood sugar spikes, energy crashes, and weight gain over time. What should you drink instead? The simplest and best choice is plain water. Start your day with a big glass of water to rehydrate your body after sleep. If you want some flavor, add a slice of lemon, lime, or cucumber. Unsweetened herbal teas are another excellent option, offering warmth and various health benefits without the sugar. If you love coffee, stick to black coffee or add a splash of unsweetened milk or cream. Avoid those sugary syrups and artificial sweeteners. When it comes to smoothies, make them yourself at home using whole fruits, vegetables, a source of protein like Greek yogurt or protein powder, and liquid like water or unsweetened almond milk. This way, you control the ingredients and ensure you're getting nutrients, not just sugar. Remember, what you drink can be just as impactful as what you eat when it comes to setting the tone for your day. So, we've walked through those common breakfast blunders, haven't we? We've looked at swapping those sugary cereals and processed pastries for hearty whole grains like oats, adding delicious berries and nuts. We've talked about the importance of actually having breakfast, even if it's just a small, protein-rich bite, instead of skipping it entirely and inadvertently slowing your metabolism. We then dove into the power of protein, moving beyond simple toast to embrace eggs, Greek yogurt, or even a handful of nuts to fuel your muscles, keep you satisfied, and stabilize your blood sugar. We also explored moving away from processed meats like bacon and sausage towards leaner, more heart-friendly options like smoked salmon, or simply focusing on other wonderful protein sources. And we emphasized the incredible benefits of fiber, loading up on fruits, vegetables, and seeds to support your digestion and overall vitality. Finally, we tackled those hidden sugars in drinks, choosing water, unsweetened teas, or black coffee to keep your energy steady and avoid unnecessary calorie bombs. It might feel like a lot to take in, but remember, my dear friends, you don't have to overhaul everything overnight. Even one small, consistent change can make a monumental difference to your health and happiness. Perhaps you start by swapping your sugary cereal for a bowl of plain oats tomorrow. Or maybe you commit to adding a hard-boiled egg to your usual breakfast for an extra protein boost. These aren't sacrifices, they are investments in your well-being. Little acts of self-care that accumulate into a significant improvement in how you feel every single day. The power is truly in your hands to transform your mornings and, by extension, your entire day. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. What's one breakfast change you're excited to try after watching this? Or perhaps you've already made some of these positive changes and have a tip to share. Please leave your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else on their journey to better health. And if this video has resonated with you, if it's given you something new to think about, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel reach more wonderful people like you. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical, encouraging advice on living your best, most vibrant life. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, every single day is a new opportunity to nourish your body and mind. Starting with that very first meal, you have the wisdom and the power to make choices that will fill your days with energy, clarity, and joy. Live your best life at every age, full of vitality and the wonderful promise of each new morning.